again, and I want to give another testimony of how tongues made a difference in my life. I was going to Rhema, and Kennedy Hagin would tell us, make sure you pray in tongues every single day. Pray at least 30 minutes. So, I'd go to my apartment and I'd start praying in tongues. And it's a little bit hard at the beginning because, you think you've been praying for 30 minutes and it's only been 2 minutes. Mm-hmm. But you build up to it. And so I would be praying in tongues day after day and making sure that I was developing. Well, one time when I was praying in tongues, I heard a knock at the door. And I lived by myself in an apartment. And when I heard that knock, I went to see who was behind the door, because you have a little peephole. And so when I was looking, it was a man that was looking at me. And he was going back ways, and he'd come forward towards me. And he'd go back, and he'd come forward at me. And I thought, oh, I'm sure he has the wrong apartment, because you know how people move and come back and move. So I thought he's got the wrong apartment. So I went to go unlock the door, and the Spirit of God was so loud, I thought that it was somebody in my room. And the Spirit of God said, don't open that door. And I actually talked back to the Holy Spirit and said, well, that's silly. I can just tell them they have the wrong address, the wrong, door here. And so I thought, I'm just going to go ahead and do it. So I went to go do it again, and the voice got even stronger. And the Holy Spirit said, don't open that door. Well, I didn't listen. So it happened. I'm talking to the Holy Spirit saying, I just want to tell them just to go, someplace else. That person has moved. So I'm arguing with the Holy Spirit. And not something you want to do, but I was arguing. And so I said, I'm just going to tell them. So I went to go to unlatch, and my hand was there. And I went to unlatch it. And the voice went even stronger and said, don't open that door. And I said, fine. And I went and sat down. I felt like I was rebuked and good, I should have been. And so then the Lord brought to my mind, as I was sitting there on my bed, because I had a studio apartment, that I had ignored a dream the night before. And in that dream, the Lord showed me how I had opened the door, and a man with a name on his forehead that said rape. And when I had opened that door in the dream, he actually flew at me to where I was taken back. And here, grace intervened in my life because I had been praying in the Spirit and depending on the Lord to in my walk with Him day-to-day basis. And so after that, the man left. And this time when I went to go open the door, Holy Spirit didn't say anything to me, and I knew it was safe. I had that peace within me, and I knew it was safe. So I went to my friend who lived behind me, and she was saying how, oh, you wouldn't believe what happened. Because she was getting ready to go, and she saw a man lurking behind the stairs, and the Holy Spirit spoke to her that she had to quit packing and go in her apartment. So the Lord worked 2 miracles that day. He protected me, and He protected my Rhema friend. And the Lord can protect you wherever you go. Learn to pray in the Spirit and be and have direction from the Holy Spirit, and be obedient the first time, not the third, like me. Be obedient. So and learn to habitually listen to the Holy Spirit. It's not, doesn't happen overnight, but you obey in this, and then it gets a little better, and you can obey in this, and you obey in this, and pretty soon you're going to know the voice of the Spirit talking to you. So know that you can be protected, and your children can be protected wherever they are. You know, you've got some children going to high school, going to college. They can be protected. Just pray in the Spirit for them, declare the word over them, and God will do his part.